We use centrifuging method to separate a substance that is not easily filtered, that will not pass through our filter paper easily. I've just come into a layman definition for you to understand. Let me give you an instance. In the hospital, we have a blood bank where blood has been donated. We have inside that blood, there is a plasma, there is blood itself. We use centrifuging method to separate that blood from our plasma. That is why I talk about colloidal substance. All these colloidal substance, they are not true solution. They are in between solution and a suspension because they contain some insoluble particles that will not go out from a filter paper. Let's move to precipitation method. All these methods, we are still using them to separate solid from a liquid. Let's talk about precipitation. You may hear about precipitate a substance. What does this mean? Where we have substance that will not dissolve in a solvent. Let me give you an instance. We have two salts. One is soluble. The two are soluble in one solvent. But for us to now separate those substances, we should add another solvent into it. Which one will be insoluble in it? For that to occur, or for you to separate those substances from each other, you must pass through precipitation method. Let's say we have a salt like sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a soluble salt. And we have another one like iron 2 chloride. Iron 2 chloride is insoluble in another solvent. Now, sodium chloride and iron 2 chloride, both of them are soluble in water. You now get to a stage, you want to separate them. Which method are we going to use? You must look for another solvent that one of those substances will not be soluble in. You now use it to separate it using precipitation method. One will become insoluble in that solvent, and you make use of filtration after this precipitation to separate your substances from each other. The soluble ones comes out as a filtrate, while the insoluble will stay as a residue.